Hi, I'm Dan. I'm a sleep medicine physician, and if you have insomnia, this channel is for you. I went straight from work today to Office Depot, where I bought this nice easel stand and this nice pad so that I could teach you everything there is to know about insomnia and cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. I see people with difficulty sleeping every day in clinic. On a busy day, I will see between 20 and 25 patients. And out of those, at least 4 or 5 will have insomnia, defined as hard time falling asleep, staying asleep, or both. That's not surprising. Millions of people have insomnia. What is surprising, though, is that almost nobody has heard about cognitive behavioral therapy. I can count on this hand those patients that had heard about it and implemented it. Typically, when I mention to patients, or when I ask patients rather, have you heard about cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia? They'll say, "Oh yeah, I tried that. I tried, turning the lights off and keeping the bedroom cool and keeping the noise level down," which is not CBTI. So I have to, as I tell my patients, that's not CBTI. That's sleep hygiene, which is very different from CBTI. Now, why is it to me so shocking that virtually nobody has heard of CBTI? Well, it is because CBTI has been around for decades, it is effective, and it's not that difficult. So starting tomorrow, I want to go over the various CBTI techniques one by one, and I want to debunk a lot of myths that circulate about insomnia, and I'm hoping to convert you to a believer so that you could tell people about CBTI and become an ambassador for this technique so that other people could benefit. And by the way, if you have problems sleeping, general comments, please post them, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. Now, before I leave you today, I want to tell you two things. I want to debunk one common myth, and I want to give you something to start with when it comes to CBTI. You may have heard that one should sleep at least 7 to 8 hours per night. And you may have heard that if you sleep less than that, that may have a negative health consequences. And whoever told you that probably did it, it was well-meaning. They wanted to help you. They want to make sure you get enough sleep. But the truth is that we don't all need 8 hours of sleep. Actually, a minority of us need that amount of sleep. I'm not sure. I've tried to figure out where that number comes from. I don't know. But there's a lot of data looking at how much people perceive sleeping and how much they actually sleep. And most people estimate sleeping about 7 hours. However, when you test that objectively with actigraphy, for example, or EEG, like objective data, you find that most people, in fact, overestimate by about 1 hour. So people on average estimate sleeping about 7 hours, but in reality, most of us sleep about 6 hours. And if you look at the span then, the normal distribution, in terms of like, what is the normal range then? Well, the normal range of how much we sleep is between 5 to 7 hours. And the normal range of estimating is then most people estimate sleeping between 6 and 8 hours. But again, they really sleep between 5 and 7 hours. So if you sleep 5.5 hours per night, you're actually well within that normal range. So one of the key things I want to achieve with this channel is to debunk the 8-hour myth. We do not all need 8 hours of sleep. Some of us do, but the majority of us don't. And now, don't get me wrong, sleep is super important, mainly for quality of life. if we don't get enough sleep, we have difficulties focusing. Sleep is so rejuvenating. And of course, I want to help everybody get the full potential to reach as much good quality sleep as you can. But we don't all need 8 hours of sleep. And why is this? Why do I want to highlight this so badly? Well, this fallacy has created a lot of problems. I see patients every week that are just so frustrated that they can't get to 8 hours. They tell me, I'm so concerned, I'm only getting 6 hours, and I know you should be getting about 8 hours. And the mere fact that they're spending so much time worrying about this and trying to get that 8-hour mark is causing them to have insomnia. So it's very important to debunk this myth. Now, as we're moving towards, going over a CBTI, I was thinking, what could I tell you today that could be helpful already at this point? And I was thinking, if I had to pick this one single intervention, this one single thing to do if you have insomnia, it would be to keep a fixed wake-up time. In fact, not only wake-up time, but get out of bed the same time every morning. Don't get into bed the same time every night. You often hear that you should go to bed and get out of bed at the same time. That is not true. You should get out of bed the same time every morning because that anchors your sleep times. But you should never go to bed unless you feel sleepy. And we'll go back to that in more detail as we move forward. But again, if you want to start doing something already today, it is, pick a suitable, a convenient wake-up time for you, and not only wake up, but get out of bed that same time every day. And that's a good start. I look forward to sharing everything I know about CBTI and insomnia, and I look forward to hopefully hearing from you and kind of sharing this path forward. And I hope you'll be back tomorrow.